everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are just going to be working on this quick and easy layout together. So today I was in a layout kind of mood and I really just wanted to work on a 12 by 12 spread. I have the previous layout that I made over here, the one with lasagna and me together. I have that in a page protector in my album, so I need another layout to go on the other side. So I never leave my page protectors with only one layout in them. I've got to do another one for that other side. So before the month started to get away from me, I wanted to have something else to document. So the other day I took these adorable photos of Penny out in the nice springtime air. It's been so nice here lately. So we went outside, we were hanging out, and I thought that I would try to snap a few photos of her and hit the jackpot. I love it when she's in the mood and she lets me take a few little pictures. So I was really, really happy. So I definitely had to document these in a layout in my Project Life album. So another thing that I really wanted to use was some of this mixed media paper. So if you watched my mixed media cards video that was maybe a month or two ago, I pretty much did the same thing again this month over on Patreon, where I just used some of the jelly plates and I created these really fun mixed media papers, just using a lot of colorful paints and some stencils and all that kind of good stuff. And I actually used some pages from an old Hobonichi journal. So I had a ton of leftover pages in there. So I thought that this was a great way to not let them all go to waste because they're nice and thin and they were super awesome to work with. So really glad that I was able to do that. And even though I'm not really a mixed media girly, I love the way that it looks. And I've found that one thing that I really like is to create the mixed media on its own paper, do my thing with the mixed media, and then bring it into projects. Like instead of working directly on my project and maybe doing some sort of mixed media background on my layout, I'm just a lot better if I'm just using this pre-made paper, so I don't actually have to make the mess and I know what the final mixed media is going to look like, if that makes any sense. So I felt really good using these pre-made papers that I've already made. So besides those, I was just kind of using whatever was on my desk. So I'm essentially using all of the products that I'm using over on Patreon this month for our project. So I have a lot of alphas on the desk and I also had some small paper pads. So I'm just using little bits and pieces of all of those things that were already sitting around just to make this layout very quickly. So that was my goal, was to just not spend a lot of time on it, but make something, of course, that I loved, but that didn't take a ton of my time throughout the day. I didn't have a lot of time today and I just wanted to be able to create this layout and move on. So I would love to start maybe a series over here, maybe once a month or something like that, of me creating like a quick layout. I was trying to think of a fun and catchy name for that, and I haven't thought of one yet. So if you think of anything and want to help me out and put it in the comments, I'd love to hear any suggestions. But anyway, let me know. Do you think that that's a good idea? I think that that could be like a fun little series of just creating just really quick layouts that are super easy, bright, fun, but that don't take a lot of time and effort. So I love this kind of mix match alpha title here. So I have so many packs of alphas, but a lot of them are missing a lot of the key letters. So I've been trying to kind of use them up. And so titles like this are a great way to kind of use up all of those mismatch letters, because it doesn't really matter what it looks like. But just to add a little something else, I am using, I think these are probably Citrus Twist small alphas here, and I'm spelling out girl just to make the title Penny Girl. And then I'll add a little bit of journaling and some word phrase stickers and things like that to kind of complete this lower cluster. So whenever I am just kind of creating a layout on my own and I'm not looking at a sketch or anything, I feel like this is kind of my go-to type of layout right here, where First of all, especially with 12 by 12, I love to work with multiple photos. That's what I found that I really thrive at. I do not like scrapping one photo on these large layouts. So I love having multiple photos. I also love having them at different sizes. So the big photo of Penny there, I printed off as a 6 by 8. Then the next one is a 3 by 4, and the next one is a 2 by 3. So I wanted to just have a variety of sizes. And I knew I wanted to try to scrap a larger photo because I always enjoy that more as well. Then another thing that I really always love is just a white background. I feel like you can't go wrong there. It's nice and crisp. Your colors pop, and it just makes everything kind of come together easily for me personally. And then I also love to go kind of at a diagonal. So I tend to put my title and my journaling like this, maybe in that lower right corner, and then add some little sprinkles, and then kind of move up to the upper left corner and add more like sprinkle bits up there. And I feel like that creates like a nice diagonal for the layout. So that's kind of just a go-to thing that I like, a few little things that I like to do that help me if I don't want to like browse through Instagram and try to really find inspiration and do a whole scrap lift and all of that. This is just like an easy layout to do for me. So I did want to add a few other little tiny phrase stickers, and I felt like with Penny I could get away with using a couple of these Tim Holtz like sarcastic phrases, so I pop a couple of those on as well. And then I also did just a little bit of doodling, kind of channeling my inner Adele from Inky Quill there, and doing a little bit of doodling within my clusters of like little stars and dots and stuff, which I've got to say, just adding those little pops of the black like little doodles just really does something to me. It elevates it a little bit. Just doing something so small, and those little details really kind of help the page, I think. So I had a few stars. Of course, you've got to add on the colorful and gold stars. It wouldn't be complete without it. I finally got new glue pens here, so I am so happy that I'm able to add on my stars with these. I've been using a Heidi Swapp glue pen that's made for the Mink machine, and it has been lacking. I love this brand of glue pen. It's my favorite ever. So, super happy to have those back. But yeah, so you can tell that this has come together really quickly. I think before editing and like doubling the speed of this video, I'm pretty sure it took me maybe a little over 15 minutes or so, something like that. So pretty quick. And I probably, if I was really timing myself and trying to do this in a timely manner and not just like dilly-dallying, I probably could have done it like in a solid 15 or less. So now I'm just outlining the stars, and I'm going to add a like a little border around the page as well, just a doodle border. And then I wanted to add one other little bit of this mixed media paper over here to this kind of like upper right side, just because it felt a little empty there. So I like that I added the pop of yellow. But yeah, super easy. I love doing these 12 by 12 layouts. I don't know. I just am still really into the 12 by 12 right now. I just like having a little bit of extra room. But like I said before, if I do not have multiple photos, it is definitely a challenge for me. But having the 3 photos, I feel like you need this big space, or at least I do. I feel like everything can breathe and move around a lot better with the 12 by 12 spread. So I really like the way that this one ended up turning out. I think it's really cute, and I had so much fun, and now I get to fill in that empty space in my Project Life album, so I'll be really happy about that. Plus, I have these adorable photos of Penny that are now documented, and they are just so cute. I love them. Right now, she's currently obsessed with that purple ball that's in the photos. I mean, she's a menace with the ball, but we love her anyways. So I grabbed out my last little bit of that tinsel, that kind of gray Heidi shine here, and I'm popping it on, and that's going to be the end of it. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Please also consider subscribing, and I'll be back at you super soon with another one. Thanks, y'all. Bye.